Hey, this is Sensibility Speaks. Welcome to my channel. Thanks for stopping by, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
This channel discusses trending topics, celebrity news, and reality TV.
Hey, Sensibilities, what's poppin'? What's good, y'all? Happy Friday. So, I happened to come across this clip, and when I tell you I was utterly disgusted and flabbergasted, but not shocked, all at the same time, I'm going to let you hear it. And also, I'm going to combine a clip and an audio that I was going to put out when I was talking about the Black Business Expo child, but the damn video just got too long. But it's relevant and it makes sense as I show you this clip and bring it all together and combine it. And so let's kind of break it down and get into it.
This guy, Ed Bloom, that got affirmative action overturned, he also went after some law firms for their diversity programs. Of course, he sued us. But what he's trying to do is eliminate any race-conscious decision-making in America.
So you may ask, who is Ed Bloom? So Edward J. Bloom is an American conservative legal strategist known for his activism against affirmative action based on race and ethnicity. He connects potential plaintiffs with attorneys who are willing to represent them in test cases, quotes, which he tries to use to set legal precedents. He is the director of the Project for Fair Representation, which he founded in 2005. There's a claim that he is a sole member of the project, but this is disputed by the left. According to its website, the project focuses specifically on voting, education, contracting, employment, racial quotas, and racial reparations. Black folk, we need to wake up. So the Harvard Crimson reported that his work is funded by conservative trusts and foundations. No shock there, including Donors Trust, the Searle Freedom Trust, and the Sarah Skay Foundation and the 85 Fund. Since the 1990s, Bloom has been heavily involved in bringing 8 cases to the United States Supreme Court. He was a key figure in Bush versus Vera and the Students of Fair Admissions versus the president and fellows of Harvard College lawsuit. Let's continue. Stuff is getting real. Hell is already real.
So let me tell you what that means for all of us. Who in this room went to a HBCU? We went to FAMU. Okay, all right. Okay, so if he's successful, there may be no HBCUs. Because of Ed Bloom and his organization, the SBA stopped their 8A program. So anybody, a minority sort of certified business, if he's successful, that won't exist anymore. So companies won't be able to come to you and say, yes, we want to partner with you because you're a Black-owned business, or yes, we want to partner with you because you're a woman. If you've ever been through a leadership development program that helped high-potential, underrepresented folks, Black and brown people, he's trying to eliminate all of that. If you've got contracts, NIL deals, if you're an athlete, he's coming after that. If you're in media or entertainment, so that's why I often tell people, you might see the news about Fearless Fund and think, oh, that's too bad for those Black women. He's coming for all of us. He's coming for everything Black, and we must fight back and we must stand up.
So let's talk about the Fearless Fund. The Fearless Fund is an investment firm that provides funding to women of color-led businesses seeking pre-seed, seed level, or Series A financing. The organization aims to bridge the gap in venture capital funding for women of color founders building scalable, growth-aggressive companies. The fund was founded in 2018 by Arian Simone and Ayanna Parsons. In addition to providing funding, the Fearless Fund also offers mentorship and resources to women of color entrepreneurs. So stay with me. Now, Edward Bloom is actually allegedly suing the Fearless Fund. But you know what the truly disappointing thing is? When it comes to our Black brothers, as opposed to getting into the grassroots politics and trying to uplift and build a community, they worrying about bullshit like, oh, you ain't submissive. How Black women wear their hair and shit like that, clothes that they wear. Superficial bullshit. Meanwhile, you got people like the likes of Ed Bloom and other right-wing conservatives changing laws, gerrymandering, redlining, and you name it, trying to dial us back to where we don't even have voting rights. They've already made strides in affirmative action, okay? But meanwhile, you got this stuff going on, but in the Black community, we're so damn divided. We're worrying about dumb shit, okay? Just superficialities. And like gerrymandering is the practice of setting boundaries of electoral districts to favor, say, a specific political interest with a legislative body, trying to rezone and convolute districts. For instance, like say, when you see the red and the blue, as they show the electoral college, manipulating that to get their agendas. So it seems, but anywho, but just listening to that clip, that just really got my blood boiling. And it's just really sad, all in all. And then you got the manosphere and people like that out there worrying about if a Black woman can bring some shit to the table. But meanwhile, when it comes to educational prowess and business prowess, we're outdoing and running leaps and bounds around our brothers. And they're just stuck worrying about trying to pull us down to a subpar level. And then you got the system, so to speak, trying to defunct any strides that we make. And you just heard about the Fearless Fund. Just heard the sister talking about the Fearless Fund. So any strides that we try to make, it's just like we got blows coming from all directions. You shouldn't get it from your own brothers. But anywho, let me get off that soapbox. But you heard the sister talk about 8A certification. They undid that with the Small Business Administration. So when you think about the Small Business Administration, and specifically as it relates to 8A, so the benefits of that was a 8A program can be a valuable tool for experienced socially and economically disadvantaged and small business owners who have already been in business for at least 2 years or more, and if they're interested in expanding their footprint into the federal marketplace. Now, the 8A program used to offer unique and valuable business assistance, and 8A certification does not guarantee contract award, but it is a dynamic tool to pursue and capture new opportunity from the government, okay? So with that, certified firms in the 8A program, they can officially compete and receive set-aside and sole source contracts, receive one-on-one business development assistance for 9 years from dedicated business opportunities specialists, focus on helping firms grow and accomplish their business objectives. But in a nutshell, that particular program really helps minorities. For instance, women-owned small businesses and small disadvantaged businesses, okay? So anyway, just saying all of this to say, honey, Black and brown people, you better wake up and get it together. All right, so I'm going to bring this full circle and set the scene. Melody Sheree was talking to Nell Fletcher at her daycare center. Remember, Marceau tried to marginalize and denigrate the sister, saying she was just Chris Fletcher's pretty wife and she owned a whole damn daycare business, okay? So anyway, this is an old audio clip. I'm going to play it. And Melody Sheree talks about small women-owned businesses and things like that. And that's how her and Martell started out. But I have to say, Melody Sheree has always been light years ahead of her cast members in terms of her business acumen and prowess. So after we listen to this little audio clip and this little clip from Melody and Nell, I'll circle back and close out.
So I don't know what she knows part of the business and what she don't know. But she says she owns 85% of it. If I own 85% of something, I'm gonna know what the hell going on inside the establishment.
All y'all business, y'all in together? What's the percentage
50-50.
in all of your business?
Yes. What percentage do you own of the company?
85%.
So you own 85% of a company that you were kicked out of.
So let me see this. Whenever Martell and I used to have a company together, we had started getting into government contracting where we were doing proposals and things and submitting bids for the government. There are different certifications. One of those certifications was woman-owned business certification that allows you to get more opportunities. What the government found out, the trifling thing that people were doing, the husband would make wife, this is no, the higher percentage owner in the company to say it's a woman-owned business, woman-certified owned business, so they could get more contracting opportunities. So here's my thing. She owned 85%. That only leaves 15%. So what the part of the department? That's what the department owns. 7.5.
What did you get at?
7.5 to 7.5. Yeah, something ain't right. But if you're trying to put somebody in the forefront, it's just face, or are they really involved? There's a difference. There was nothing that came to me and my company with my ex that I didn't know about. I actually ran the company. I think a lot of times things are smoke and mirrors.
And I love the fact that they had the visual. They actually showed her business, her daycare center. Okay. I love the symbolism in that. And I love how they revisited the conversation in Dish and Tea. And Nell was just like, she 85% business owner. So let's talk about that. I'm so glad that Melody talked about small women-owned business because me being in the DMV area, this is a federal space, a lot of federal workers and there are a lot of government contractors, right? This is right down my alley, just hearing this type of conversation when it comes to women-owned businesses. So let's kind of touch on that a little bit. Now, the federal government actually mandates set asides to achieve small business goals and to give small businesses a fair shake and a fair chance to win government contracts. And those set asides in particular are exclusively reserved for small businesses, right? Which limits competition and increases the odds. And it can be hard to actually win a bid on a government contract. So, but if you qualify for one of those set asides, like as Melody was talking about, for instance, like women owned small business programs, WOSBs, okay? And they have like economically disadvantaged women owned businesses, EDWOSB. They're awarded like approximately like 5% of federal government set aside dollars. Okay. Let me tell you a true story, actually. For instance, I used to work with a guy, a white guy, Caucasian guy, and he was starting his own contracting company, right? He's married to a woman. I don't know if she's Latina. She looked Italian to me. She wasn't quote unquote Caucasian, as it were. Like I said, she looked Italian to me, but she qualified as a double minority because she wasn't Caucasian and she's a woman. So with that, you qualify for certain set asides. And so what he was trying to do was to have her to be the majority owner, 51% of his business, so he could qualify for that. But he said he was afraid to do so. And if I remember right, he didn't do that. He said because if they were to ever talk to her and do their investigations, she wouldn't be versed enough in the business because that's his business and what he was trying to do with business development, consulting, and IT and all the different stuff that he was trying to do. But that's just an example. Now, with Melody talking about Marceau and Tisha, for her to own 85% now, because by right, lawfully, it only requires 51% ownership. Why would he put 85% in her name? Now, I know that everybody's aware of the 5.76 million or however many damn $1 million he owed. Trending just did a beautiful deposition. She's breaking that down. But to get to the point, why would he put 85% in her name? As I said before, child, he uses her as a glorified secretary and he uses her as his administrative assistant for things that he wants her to know. And she couldn't really be an operations manager because she don't really know the ins and outs of the business. She don't know where he's siphoning all of that money to. She has no clue, but he wants her to take the preponderance of the debt, the bulk of the debt. Ooh, child, when I say that Negro be lying, child, he just threw that damn Tisha under the bus. So I hope all that debt doesn't fall back to her. But Scopes is a LLC, a limited liability corporation. But for her to be 85% child, you really trying to stick it to her. And then you put all them damn loans in her damn name. Child, what did she have? $8-9 million worth of loans in her name for that business? Anywho, I digress. I'm not getting too deep off into that. But anyway, but just to get to the point, but the reason why he put the businesses in her name is because he wanted to get the set aside so he could win certain contracts. Okay. But anywho, yeah, but they have so many different set asides. They have veteran owned small businesses. Like, for instance, businesses that are in hub zones, they're awarded like 3% of federal contract dollars. But anyway, it's a whole thing when it comes to federal contracting, and it can be very lucrative, very lucrative. If that's something that you want to get into, if you want a contract, be able to fill those business requirements of the statement of work, child, and go for it.
What are you doing?
This is a small bit with Mel. What's up?
How are you? Come here to film with my wife? Tisha can, go out there, have fun.
We're not going out to have fun. We're going out to network and meet some people.
We're not going to be a power couple.
So, in conclusion, it's truly a shame that Marceau is taking advantage of Tisha. And in today's climate, when you have individuals like Ed Bloom and other insidious right-wing groups who are looking to dismantle everything from voting rights to us being able to be accepted in predominantly white institutions, they've undone a good portion or all of affirmative action. They're trying to do away with HBCUs, quite possibly. You heard the sister talk about the whole Fearless Fund. They're trying to even come after those sisters, okay? So, and just to think that, Tisha, you actually have a business in your name. And if you had any wits or smarts about you and not so male identified, you would flip the switch. You would have had a business to where that you could have opened your own real estate brokerage firm, since you have a master's, I believe, in real estate. You're either a broker or trying to become what. Shit, use your damn LLC for your own business, separate from your damn scamming ass alleged husband, okay? Anyway, this is Sensibility Speaks. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye-bye.